Bags packed. Paris Fury decided more than once she had to leave her heavyweight boxing champ husband Tyson as his depressive moods and drinking became intolerable. She admits, "I wanted to leave every day. Every day used to cry and break down and think, I can't deal with this. I literally packed the car and the kids few times." Paris, 30, adds she would change her mind at the last minute. She says, "I'd think, how can leave? If you truly love someone you're not going to leave them to crash and burn." Her husband, 31, has spoken candidly about his mental health battles, but Paris, mum to Tyson's 5 children, kept her emotions to herself. It is only now, speaking ahead of tomorrow's ITV documentary lifting the lid on their family life, that she reveals her own anguish. "You feel completely powerless and pushed away. If someone has depression and you're the loved one trying to help, you're neglected," she says. "Nobody asks how you are, they're always asking, how's Tyson?" It's hard. After his surprise victory over Vladimir Klitschko to become world champ in 2015, Tyson had breakdown. He was drinking excessively for days on end and then he'd come home and in the times he wasn't drinking he'd be in dark depression, says Paris. "At home we kept everything from the children. They never saw the depressive side of Dad. It was always me trying. Daddy's just gone to work today. Dad will be back later. It's bedtime now." Then Dad would crawl in at 4 in the morning. Tyson, 6 feet 9 inches. Giant who is from traveler family and is known as the Gypsy King, and 5 feet 7 inches. Paris are parents to Venezuela, 10, Prince, 8, Tyson, 3, Valencia, 2, and Adonis, 1. Paris, who also has traveler origins, is reported to be worth £100 million thanks to the fortune her husband has earned through boxing. But she refuses to abandon her roots. Today, she is wearing designer jacket and Versace scarf, but her jeans are from River Island, and bet you my socks are Primark, she says laughing. She says she goes to pound shops for cheap cleaning stuff, toys and cans of pop, and doesn't understand why fans ask why she is in there. Introduced to Tyson at wedding when she was 15 and he was 16, she worked at beauty salon as he forged his boxing career. She says, "I was earning and he wasn't." Even early on. Tyson, currently in the US preparing for rematch with Deontay Wilder on Saturday, February 22, suffered dark moods. "He's always been up and down," says Paris, originally from Doncaster, South Yorks. "One minute he'd be happy, saying, 'Let's get in the car and go somewhere,' and 3 hours later he'd say, 'I don't want to go. Don't talk.' Used to say, 'What's wrong with you?'" Tyson became known for offensive comments, once saying, "I believe woman's best place is in the kitchen and on her back." Paris, Catholic with traditional values, admits, "I hated that. I went mad at him for that comment. He made joke in front of the boys." She adds that when she confronted him he said, "I didn't mean it. Didn't think they was going to print it." She says, "He's grown up from then." Paris adds that behind his boxing facade, Tyson is gentle giant who was playing up for the cameras. She denies he is sexist. "Tyson is the head of the household, but can do what want. I believe woman can do whatever man can. So, yes, you probably would say I'm bit of feminist. I've been raised strong woman and always fight rather than give in." She needed all her strength when Tyson plummeted into depression. He'd stay in whatever pub or bar he could drink round the clock. I'd say, "Are you coming home now?" And he'd always be, "I'm just not ready yet," in drunken stupor. Got so upset. Did she feel angry? All the time, but I'd get over it, and think, we're going to sort it out. She says that when she threatened to leave him, he would say, "I'll change. I'm going to get better." She adds, but for an 18-month period he didn't change. He got worse. Tyson was seconds from taking his own life in 2017, driving his Ferrari at 190 miles per hour towards motorway bridge before the thought of leaving his family behind stopped him. Paris reveals he sent her text message that day saying, "Goodbye," before switching his phone off. She says he broke down in tears later. She adds, "I didn't know how to deal with it." Although she begged Tyson to seek help, she admits she used to think his behavior was selfish need, until he was diagnosed with depression. Paris says her husband then saw a psychiatrist. The 3-part ITV series charts the happier chaos of family life, including the boxer taking out the nappies and going to the skip. I refuse to do it, says Paris, who insists Tyson splits the chores when he is at home. Can he cook? No. I've walked to the pan load of times and said, I can't eat that. Tyson likes watching Disney films with the kids but hates horror movies, he's scared. Paris says she refuses Tyson's requests for pets. We tried to get security dog but was petrified of it. It was like having lion in the house. It had to go. Despite the family's wealth, the Fury children go to state school, and home is relatively normal. £500, 000 new, build in Morecambe, Lancs. We keep looking at mansions but big houses freak me out. We like where we are, says Paris. And she doesn't want to spoil the children. My kids are never going to want for anything but want them to want. Paris, flying to the U.S. economy to watch Tyson fight Wilder, doesn't have cleaner despite their wealth. Of course clean the toilets. Who else is going to? She says. It's lovely to spend what you like but if it all went tomorrow we would still be happy.